one of the things that I didn't realize was even worse is the stigma.
There's a lot of misconceptions about what mental health is.
Mental health is an issue all around the globe that is relevant for everyone. However, this topic is largely stigmatized, especially in the South Asian community. The stigma means to devalue members of the society who have mental health problems, which further prevents people from talking about it in fear of becoming deviant in the eyes of the community, along with breaking social norms. This stigma leads to discrimination against people who are mentally ill, making them feel shamed and disgraceful. The prejudice is something connected to a very traditional set of values and beliefs that follow immigrants from their home countries, such as India, for example. As first and second generation Canadians, we can see the changing mindset, beliefs, and values throughout generations as connecting to anthropology. However, this makes it harder for children of people with those mindsets to seek help for the problems that they may be facing. In fact, according to Statistics Canada, youth aged 15 to 24 are most likely to face mental health problems, such as anxiety and depression. According to studies, 34% of high school students feel moderate to serious psychological distress. Even in our own study, we found that 90% of students at local Brampton high schools feel concerned for their own mental health, leading us to believe that school is a large factor that affects an individual's mental health. When looking into South Asian students, the stressors, aka the factors in life, would be school stress along with pressures from parents to succeed. There has been correlation with low mental health and self-care to substance abuse. The highest used drugs for students would be alcohol, cigarettes, and marijuana, used as coping mechanisms to rebel against parents or just due to peer pressures and interactions. As we know, this can lead to substance abuse and addiction. In a local study on South Asian students and mental health in the GTA, it was found that different subpopulations in the South Asian community report different types of stresses. For example, Muslim immigrants' main stressors would be from discrimination and cultural transitions, when for Punjabi Sikhs, for example, the main stressor would be peer relations, lack of attention from parents, along with stress from school to succeed. This doesn't mean that adults don't face mental health problems, since they definitely do. For immigrants, mental health illnesses are common but unreported. The same study also found that 1/3 of South Asians diagnosed with depression don't have or are not aware of the resources that they have. In fact, even if people choose to use those resources, it's fairly difficult. The wait times are incredibly long, averaging around 6 months to a year for an adolescent to see a mental health care professional. Not to mention, it can be very expensive as the fees are not covered by OHIP, aka Ontario Health Insurance Plan, which is feeding into the class struggle. Why can only wealthy people access mental health care? This is yet another barrier that is faced.
Yeah. So, South Asian community, I know a lot of people that are going through a lot of mental illnesses and they don't want to talk to their parents. So, it's a big issue.
Yeah, for sure. So if I'm doing homework and I tell my parents that I'm stressed out, they'll tell me to take a 5-minute break, and then after that 5 minutes, they'll be like, "Oh, get back to your work and just do it. And once you do it, you'll understand and you'll be less stressed."
Yeah, I think there's a huge stigma around mental health, especially in the South Asian community, because as a person from that community, I feel like there's mental health is. Wait, that's a question.
Yeah, that's a question.
I feel like mental health is a taboo topic around that in that community, because we're not really told to told these things.
Express our feelings.
We're not really allowed to express our feelings. So if I'm the other day, I was feeling really stressed and overwhelmed with the amount of work and homework that I have, because exam season, final evaluations and everything like that. And my mom, it's she would just tell me to just to go to sleep, take an aspirin or a Tylenol or something, go to sleep, when you wake up. And a lot of people with serious problems like depression and stuff like that, there's this short documentary on it that the girl, she was just told to sleep it off, brush it off, go on a walk, nothing, her parents just wouldn't take her to therapy, and she killed herself because she was so depressed.
I know that there's a lot of negative association with mental health in the South Asian community. A lot of the times when somebody is going through mental health issues, they are often not talking about it with their family because they feel like they can't, which is a huge issue because then they don't get the support that they need to get better.
Yes, I'm definitely aware that pathways to mental health services are definitely shaped by the place of origin or like cultural identity and the collective stigma that society has built up. And there's definitely something taboo when speaking to older figures, and it seems to be brushed off or rarely spoken to.
Personally, being a brown girl, I feel like the stigma around mental health, especially in the South Asian community, is pretty dominant. And I feel like that's basically because like growing up, our parents, they didn't really have a lot of factors that caused or led to mental health issues. And just their mentality, I feel like kind of brushes off mental health issues.
If you go into any mental hospital in India, you will find men still go home, but women are there for life.
बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स 20-30 इयर्स तक रहे हैं यहाँ पे। फीमेल पेशेंट हमारे बहुत सारे क्योर हुए हैं, लेकिन घर पे रिलेटिव लेके नहीं जाते हैं उनको। तो
ये सब मरीज है, अभी उनके अंग पागल है ना, इसलिए तो आए वो।
आणि त्या लोकांनी काय करतात, मग ही लोक काय करतात, साखळी बांधा, हे बांधा, येड्यात काढून त्या माणसाला मारतात। म्हणजे जिथे दवा करायची तिकडे मारामारी चालू असते।
The easiest way for a man to get divorced from his wife is petitioning that his wife is insane.
I realized that I was in a hospital because a lady, she told me that you're in a psychiatric ward. My husband put a case on me saying that I was mentally ill. I was not sick, but I was being made sick.